Secret Saturdays is one of those shows that were definitely screwed over by the network. Because if you ask me, the Secret Saturdays is a show that sometimes rival and even beats the power of Ben 10 coming to Cartoon Network. But the problem was Cartoon Network didn't see it that way. It wasn't selling toys, therefore the show was doing bad. Now when talking about Secret Saturdays Beasts of the Fifth Son, this means nothing. Secret Saturdays Beasts of the Fifth Son is definitely just trying to be Ben 10 Protector of Earth again. From everything from having the same developer to the same kind of combat. But I'll get into that later. But right now, let's start with that plot. So what is the story of Secret Saturdays Beasts of the Fifth Son? Well, our story begins with Zack Saturday doing what he does best, and watching Vivi Argost's Weird World. On Weird World, Argost proclaims that he has figured out how to reset the Fifth Son and erase it from existence, using the 8 beasts of Aztec legend. Immediately after that, the base is attacked by Van Rook, who steals information from the Cryptopedia, basically the Wikipedia for cryptids, and he flies off, giving it the information to Argost, who's able to then use that information to track down the beasts of the Fifth Son. Throughout the game, you go around trying to track them. Sometimes you get ahead, sometimes he gets ahead. But in the end, it all comes down to you having to go into Weird World to free the beasts, to make sure that he doesn't unleash them on the world. It's a simple story, but it gives me so many questions. Like, why isn't he going after Kerr? Because Doyle is a part of the family. And for Doyle to be a part of the family, he had to have already gone after Kerr. But during the Kerr incident, in case you don't know, spoilers for the TV show, he's fucking dead. There is no point in the TV show when this can happen. Because he's either always after Kerr, or he's dead. There's no in between, unless you want to tell me that they pulled a Benson Omnibus and just brought him back for this. I guess it's an alternate universe? Who knows, maybe it's in the Protector of Earth timeline. But in saying that, that does also bring me to my biggest issue with the game. Well, let's start with characters, because they're all written in character, except from one. Zack Saturday himself. Now, when he's just up and about and in cutscenes, he's written fine, he's written just like Zack. But when in gameplay, he quips every 3 seconds like he's Ben 10. But if we're going to talk about those comparisons, we should really get into the gameplay. So now that we're talking about the gameplay is split into 2 different sections, the 2D platforming and the 3D combat. Starting with the good, the 2D platforming is my favourite bit of the game, and if it was purely just the 2D platforming, I think I'd love this game. Not just like it like I do, but love it. Because they use the claw to its fullest extent here. It acts as a grappling hook that you can use to swing from place to place. And if they just stuck with that gimmick, as well as the cryptid ability, which allows you to take control of cryptids and move them around as platforming obstacles or platforming tools, game would be great. But unfortunately, it's that 3D combat that brings us all down, because they're trying to copy Ben 10. I'm not saying this in a, Secret Saturday is copying, no, I mean this game was made by High Voltage. The same people who made Protector of Earth, and the main gimmick of the game is that Zack is too weak on his own, so you have to swap out some other kind of thing. Whether that be a cryptid or another member of the family. The combat is just not good. I'm gonna straight up say it. The only character I can say I enjoyed the combat with was Doyle, but that's just because he can fly around and shoot missiles from a distance. Meaning I didn't have to worry about the terrible attacking of the enemies. However, Doc Saturday is just punch until the dead, Drew Saturday is slash them until the dead, and all the different cryptids you can obtain have one attack. Well, one attack that does damage and another attack that's fucking useless. Another thing to mention about the gameplay is the levels themselves, as the levels are really the make it or break it thing with this game. As well, some of them, like the Egyptian level and Weird World, are absolutely fantastic. Others, like the Lava Stage, are kinda shit. The Lava Stage having a gimmick of having to raise platforms with cryptids and getting chased by Piecemeal, but nah, I can't say it's good. Well, the gameplay out of the way, what's the presentation like? Sorry for dropping this in at the last second, sorry about the probably awful audio quality here. But to be completely truthful here, there is something else I needed to mention. I completely forgot to add this in the original script, but when I was playing the game on the PSP to try and get some footage for it, the game crashed just like. And you see, this is why it took so long to get to this game, as I had to go out and buy a Wii version, and then I lost all the footage for that, so sorry this took so goddamn long. Anyway, back to the scripted section. Presentation-wise, this is just Ben 10 Protector of Earth. No, I'm not joking. This is just Ben 10 Protector of Earth again. In fact, I think the forest level is a reskin from the Protector of Earth level.
What the McFuckles? Can I... Is it all here? The fuck am I doing? I need to kill myself.
The reason I say that is because look at how these characters animate. They animate with the textures on their face, they have the same kind of low poly style that Protector of Earth had, all that kind of shit. Now I can't say this is a bad thing, as I really liked the style of Protector of Earth and kind of wish other Ben 10 games would use it instead of going for a more high poly style. But the main problem with it is that it's another reference between this and Protector of Earth, which this game really didn't need. Like, Jesus Christ, the show already had enough issues with being compared to Ben 10 as it was. So making the game Protector of Earth reskinned was not a good idea. And in saying that, I think that sums up my entire problem with this game. It's just a reskin of Protector of Earth most of the time. The 2D platforming is great and I really wish they focused in on that. If the only point of comparison was the visuals, then I'd be fine. But the 3D combat is also trying to be Protector of Earth, without really getting why that worked. This is the same team that would go on to make Ben 10 Omniverse 2. Possibly the worst Ben 10 game I have ever played. But that can be saved for then. For now, just join me next time when we talk about Generator X, Agent of Providence, and you can find out why that game is absolute dog shit. But until then, take care. Bye!